Announce that I'm going to play Shawon Dunston starting the season at shortstop.
I feel fine. I'm happy. I'm ready to go, and I'm just ready to play.
It's a pitch swung on, bouncing ball. Throw him out, Shawon. Got him!
Hi, I'm Mark Grace, the Chicago Cub.
Holy cow! Mark Grace came through.
There's a ground ball up the middle. Backman can't get it. The run is over. 5-2 Chicago.
There he goes!
Throw to second.
Thank you, thank you!
And a fine prediction by Bill Murray, predicting that Shawon Dunston would steal, and steal he does.
Well, you saw him putting it together out there, one of just 4 Cub infielders with 30 or more swipes and 50-plus stakes in a season, and it was like a family reunion here. 1989 all over again, and Shawon Dunston Day, well, it'd only be fitting if we had the man himself in, and that's exactly what we're doing. Shawon, thanks so much for taking time out and joining us here on the show, taking a trip down memory lane with these two guys. But first and foremost, Shawon Dunston Day at Wrigley Field. What does that mean to you?
I'm stunned now.
Yeah.
I'm lost for words, but I'm very appreciative.
Absolutely. What was your first reaction when you heard the news? Okay, Shawon, this will be your day, and you're going to go up on the wall, never coming down.
I thought somebody was joking with me. I haven't been in touch with the Cubs, and I thought everyone playing jokes. And when they told me going in with Gracie, I was like, oh, it's for real. I thought it was very nice.
Well, Shawon, before you got in here, we did a couple other segments of this show, and he mentioned your name, and all of a sudden, Joe and I just started giggling. we just, am I not? Am I lying?
Absolutely true.
And I will tell you, and I think I had a lot of teammates. You play for 16 years. He played for 18 years, but I had a lot of teammates, and some I will never forget for all the right reasons, and some I'll never forget for the wrong reasons. But I will tell you this. I mean, if Shawon, I had more fun with this guy, than I think anybody else I ever played with, either here or in Arizona. And Shawon, it's an honor for me to go in with you, and I hope you feel the same way about going in with me.
Oh, we love you. Like we tell everybody, our house is paid off because of you.
Oh man!
I just want to throw a few numbers at you. One of 3 Cubs, 1,200-plus games, 100-plus homers, and 100-plus stolen bases. You, Sammy Sosa, and Ryan Sandberg. Wow. I mean, that's amazing, right? And you were an amazing player, and you had one of the greatest arms I ever saw.
Oh, I know.
You go get any pop-up in the world. But I want to talk about you as a teammate, because you were one of the greatest teammates, and I want you to tell some of your stories, because you kept the boys loose, is what you did. You kept the boys loose. Tell about the Nolan Ryan story when they asked you to check the ball.
Oh, they asked me to check the ball with Gene Michaels. I remember that day so clear. I see it right now. They asked me to check the ball. I can't hit him. I'm nervous. That's the only pitcher that intimidated me, because I didn't want to get hit, and he told me to check the ball, and I wasn't going to check it. Nolan Ryan come down, hand the umpire the ball, Paul Runge. I just stood at home plate. I'm not checking nothing. So the first pitch comes by. It's a fastball. I said, oh, he's setting me up. Then another one goes by outside. He said, setting me up. And then another one, strike 3, come back in. And so Jim said, why you ain't check the ball? I said, no, why you asking me? Well, man, would you ask Andre Rino to check the ball? Don't ask me to check the ball. So this man don't care nothing about me. So I said, no, I was very intimidated by him. That's the only pitcher that intimidated me. I couldn't hit him.
Never gave you a bow tie, though, did he?
Oh, yeah, he did that. Yeah, then he has a curveball that comes right at. So it wasn't a fun 4 at-bats. No. Then one day, I remember Rhino comes in, by playing in Houston, and Zim said, Shawon, you have the day off, relax, don't worry about nothing. Next day I come in Houston, it's 100 degrees, and Rhino's on the training table with a blanket on. I'm like, what's going on here? So he goes, oh, Shawon, I got to tell you some news. Rhino can't play, so you have to play today. I said, I thought I had a day off against Nolan Ryan. No, you got to play. And by the way, one other thing, you're leading off. I said, oh, now you want to lead me off. I said, I don't need 5 at-bats today.
Okay.
And that was an 0 for 5 with 3 punch-outs, and Gracie laughing, Joe laughing, everyone's laughing at me, because I really couldn't hit him.
Was that the time that you got on base one time on him, and he was staring at you?
Oh, man, I got my first hit at Wrigley Field here, and it was about the 5th, 6th inning. I had a base hit up the middle. I was happy. Yeah, I got him. Then they said, look at first. Jose Martinez said, look at third base. Pick up Chuck. I said, no. I got the sign. So I look up, and he's staring right at me. Yeah. he was on my nerves. But I got him back when he hit a ground ball to me, and I made him run the first.
Okay. You know, one story that we've heard, but I want to hear it straight from the source, about you and Andre Dawson when it comes to a little bit of boxing, showing off those quick hands there, because Hawk, as we know, a Gold Gloves boxer once upon a time in Florida.
Well, I just want to play with everybody, have a good time. So everybody was scared of Andre. You know, Andre's a nice guy.
I was scared of Andre.
And I was going, Andre, why is everybody scared? Everybody's scared. Man, you ain't nobody. Boom, boom, and I went, boom. And I panicked, and I said, oh. I said something else, and he chased me around the batting cage, but he couldn't catch me. No, he's not going to catch me.
Never caught you?
And he go, boy, you look, I love you. I said, man, I hit him right there, Grace. I said, I hit him harder, Grace. Go. No, I don't think you want to do that, Sean. I don't think you want to do that. No, I don't think you want to do that.
What was that like as a fly on the wall watching those two run around the batting cage?
Oh, my gosh. Cole, it was almost a daily thing with him. And he would mess. He was the only guy that had the guts to mess with Andre Dawson. Like, nobody, I'm young, and I'm going to leave him alone. I'm going to give him his space. And Sean would just be antagonizing him. I mean, from the minute Hawk would walk in the locker room, Sean would just be loud talking on him. But that's what made Sean so much fun, because it wasn't just Andre, it was all of us. You know, we were all in his sights.
Was it a big brother, little brother dynamic with you and Hawk?
Oh yeah, man, you always talk to me about baseball. I'm like, I don't want to talk no baseball. So let's talk baseball. I said, for what? Come on, Andre, we just talk baseball. But all the veterans did that to me, because I was first, then Maddox came, then Ralphie, then Palmero, then Mark, then Joe. And we had Damon Barrett, so they all used to talk to us. I didn't want to talk. I'm 0 for 4. I don't feel like talking. And, no, we're going to talk. And what are you thinking about hitting? I said, I want to kill that ball. I said, mistake number 1. You got to relax. I'm like, come on, this is too much. Man, let's just go play. So it was teaching me how to play the game, but to slow down. It's like, I'm hyper, but I have a lot of energy. Sure. I wish I could walk. No, but Joe knows. I had a lot of energy. Then I had Maddox helping me. He was like my hitting coach with Grace, with the whole team. Then one day we come in, Maddox didn't have a tough inning, but he come in, he goes, Sean and Joe, you know, take the first pitch. I like, oh, okay, I'll take the first pitch. So I took the first pitch. I don't know what I did. I probably grounded out, struck out. Joe took the first pitch. Then he grounded out, whatever. And then Maddox swings at the first pitch. I go, what are you doing swinging for? I just wanted to swing at the first pitch. I know you and Joe's going to swing at the first pitch.
Yeah, we weren't waiting around.
No, we wasn't.
Sean, I think anyone that's ever played with you would argue that you're the best teammate they ever played with, right? And you had such a love for playing and such an energy. Where did it come from?
Even Barry Bonds liked playing with you.
I just like playing. I mean, man, I love baseball. I just want to go out there and play. Like, this is an honor. It's kind of humbling. It's so humbling, like it don't sound right. I belong here in the Hall of Fame. We look at Andre and Rhino, and Sutcliffe, Ryan Santo, Billy Williams, Lee Smith, and on and on. I'm like, nah, it don't sound right. I just want to be their teammate and be part of the organization, not a Hall of Fame.
Okay, well, once you go on that Hall of Fame wall, like we said, it's never coming down again. The federal landmark, it is here to stay. And earlier in the year at Cubs Convention, we were all there at the Sheraton Grand, and you went on camera and you weighed in on this guy, a guy that you said the reason your house is paid off is because of him. So let's reflect. Let's take a look real quick.
He was my favorite teammate, too, and my kids love him. My wife loved him because he saved all the errors for me, and he made my job a little easier.
Bouncing ball, Dunston up.
Oh, no.
Watch his arm. In time, 1, 2, 3.
Well, he was like a security blanket for me at all times, so I could go in the hole up the middle and make any throw I want because I know Mark gonna give his best. There you go, Greg.
What do you think?
That's Sean going in the hole, flat-footed.
Making
just
plays.
Plant, no crow hop, and just whoom, and it was fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
First year or so, it wasn't much fun. But I used, honestly, I'm gonna be honest, and he'll tell you too. I used to curse him out on a daily basis out there. I mean, he'd throw one in the dirt, or he'd throw one so hard, and I'd catch it, and I'd throw it around, starting with Rhino, and I'd just start cursing Sean out, and he would just laugh.
Well, it's funny because I mean, when he first came up, it's May 2nd, I remember, and I already had 10 errors in April. So I threw my first ball in the dirt and turned a double play. I threw it right in the dirt, and still to this day, he think I did it on purpose. I said, Grace, I have 11 errors. I ain't doing it on purpose. But after he picked it in court, I said, I think we have something here.
Yeah, you know that's an unbreakable connection because you remember the exact day when he got the call to come up, May 2nd. I mean, you don't see that very often. These guys.
How much do you miss playing in the cold weather?
Well, when I was younger, it was okay. Then when I got a little older, oh no, I can't stand it. No. Like everything now is cold to me. I'm old. It's like my wife and I, we came up in '85 and we were looking around. I said, everything is different around here. And I said, wow. It's funny, like I tell everybody, now that I'm older, man, you know when you're old when you hang out with your wife. I'm old now, so I hang out with my wife. But it was a beautiful experience, and we came up together. We came up. It was just me and her, and we had 4 kids. And now we empty nesters. And now we just turn it back, and we met in Arizona, and now we're living in Arizona.
Tracy really has 5 kids.
Yes. Oh, of course, Joe. Yeah, everyone knows
Not 4.
that.
You're number 5.
Yeah, exactly.
Joe.
Now, you said you're in Arizona, just like this guy right here. You guys only live about a half an hour apart. But when I asked Shawon, I said, "Who's the better golfer?" What'd you say?
I don't play no golf. I don't do none of that. Everyone asks me, how's your golf game? I go, I don't play no golf.
Gracie, we got to get him on the golf course.
I did play golf with Shawon. My rookie year, we had an off day in Pittsburgh, so everybody went out golfing. Everybody. It was like mandatory. And Shawon had never played golf before.
Nope.
But Shawon was just like, man, there's a ball that I can hit, you know, so let's do this. and sure enough, he gets to the very first hole. He whacks his ball, and it's up on the green. And way to go, Shawon, you know, way to go. Shawon gets in the cart and drives the cart up onto the green. And we're like, no, Shawon, you can't do that. He's
frowned
like,
upon.
And he starts cursing us out. And he's like, you know, forget y'all. That's where my ball is. I'm going to drive my cart up to where my ball is.
The whole problem was, what we have the cart for? So I drove it right in there. Everyone's back there, and I drove right there. It took me about 10 times to get in there. I said, this is boring.
Yeah, makes the game that much.
Real quick, tell the fans what you used to tell Eric Davis when he hit a ground ball to you, pat your glove twice.
Oh, I wanted to get Eric because he took a home run from me. He's one of my best friends, and I wanted to get him. I wanted to get Barry Larkin. I wanted to get all the players. I wanted to get them. And Grace know I said, if Barry Larkin's up, Eric Davis, it could be in the stands. I'm going to go in the stands and get it and gun them out.
You could still see it.
And he would say, I'm going to pat it twice.
He's gonna
so you think you're going to beat it out, so you pull your hammy.
I wanted Barry Larkin to play. I wanted him to hit the ground ball to me. I was going to pat on purpose on him and Eric Davis and Barry Bonds. I wanted to pat. I want them to pull their hamstring. I did.
Okay.
I want them to think they could get it. I would just fire it over there.
Oh, he did.
Now, one thing, real quick, before we get out of here, Joe and I were talking about how important 90 feet is, and one thing that we saw as I was a child growing up in Chicago, watching Chicago Cubs and watching you play. You always busted it out of the box. You never got cheated. And sometimes you see guys, whether it's their first at bat, their last at bat, they loaf down to first base. Why is it important to respect that 90 feet, Shawon?
Oh, that's how you came up playing the game. I learned from 3 people, which I didn't like as a fan because I was a New Yorker. I learned from Pete Rose, George Brett, and Hal McRae. I also watched them, and I said, why do they keep running so hard? George Brett hit a ground ball to second base. He's hitting 390, and he ran real hard. And I'm like, why is he running so hard? So it just stuck with me. The Hal McRae was taking out Willie Randolph and Pete Rose running, and so I just took that and said, I want to play like them. I hope I can play like them. But there's 2 reasons why I run real hard. 1, I can run. 2, I'm pissed off because I just grounded out.
Yeah.
I want them to make an error so they could feel like me because instead of 0 for 3 now I'm 0 for 4, where Gracie's 3 for 4.
You heard it here first. Brooklyn's finest, but he is always a Chicago Cub. And this weekend, it cements his legacy. Today, Shawon Dunston Day across at Wrigley Field. And Sunday, well, those Chicago Cubs Hall of Fame ceremonies. We'll see you two go in together, always joined at the hip. Shawon Dunston, a class for all seasons. Once again, thanks for stopping by. Always appreciate the time that you can spend with us right here.